Meantime, we're going to start the show off with B2B with Extra Hands with my friend Rasheed Hamid, and you are going to get some really good insights from him this evening regarding the subject of International Women's Day and Women's History Month. So welcome to the stage, my friend Rasheed Hamid.
Hey, friend.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, my friend. I'm happy to be back here. It's been a long time since we've been face to face and live like this.
And live. I'm glad to have you. I miss you. I miss you a bunch.
I'm honored to be here, especially for this topic, considering you have such a phenomenal cast of speakers tonight to be thrown into the mix on a topic that, you know, in terms of gender doesn't really identify me, but I work with so many women that it's pretty awesome to be here with you. So I appreciate the invite.
Well, that's exactly why I thought it was appropriate to have you on live for this specific topic, because I know just that. I know that you work with a lot of women. I know that you've employed a lot of women with Extra Hands. So I think it's right on target. So I'm just going to ask you right off the bat, Rasheed, who is or are some women in your past or present who've inspired you and been intricate to not only Rasheed, but also Extra Hands?
Man, no fluff tonight, huh? You straight to the gut.
Straight to it. Boom, boom.
That's a great question. I mean, I would be remiss if I didn't mention first and foremost my mom. My mom had an amazing entrepreneurial spirit, and she opened multiple successful businesses before she passed. And I always was intrigued by her tenacity. Like, I was very curious, like, where does she draw this from? And I was always very, very proud of her ability to just stay resilient. My mother was not a quitter. She was not. She was a fighter. So first, I'd have to give much respect to Mom. And she laid the entrepreneurial spirit in me. But in my current professional life, man, it's so many to name. I'm going to not try to name some because I'm going to leave somebody out like an Oscar award. Be embarrassed about it tomorrow. But you know, I've had the luxury and the pleasure of working with one Miss Grizel Wright, the mentor I didn't know I needed, the strategist I didn't know I needed. I have had the pleasure of working with a host of women around the world who have supported me as VAs within the company. And inversely, I've had the pleasure and the luxury of working with amazing women founders and entrepreneurs and small business owners who have kept my business alive, you know, and very much thriving these days. A lot of them in the nonprofit space, but plenty in the private sector. And, you know, to date, I would say more than 96% of my clients in the past 8 years have been women. And that percentage is probably also true for my staff, both current and through the years. I'm surrounded by women, and I have to give a shout out to the right hand of Extra Hands, my right hand, Katie Miller, my COO.
Katie!
You know, she's my little, you know, what was Jiminy Cricket to Pinocchio? That's
conscience. Let your conscience be your guide.
Keep me in line, bro. Like, it's not an easy task because I'm a dreamer. That's true. So Katie got to bring me back.
I love that. I love that. So when you say a lot of the women clients that you have, they've all been entrepreneurs?
Yes. By the very nature of the business that I do, yeah, they've all been entrepreneurs, you know, at this stage in my life. Prior to this, in the hospitality years, not necessarily true. You know, I had influential women in my hospitality days, too. It was a woman who gave me my first opportunity to be the GM of a restaurant down in Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to Jasmine Blaze, the wife of famous chef Richard Blaze. She saw a spark in the kid, and she took me from server to manager. Next thing you know, I was off and running. So, yeah, I've been surrounded by positive women. It was a woman who brought me here to Morocco, a dear friend of mine, a phenomenal powerhouse of a woman. And it's women who recurringly come back to Extra Hands. I think there's something very special and very powerful about a woman's ability to balance a business in this market, in this day and age, whether it's this country of Morocco or America. Regardless, I've seen people, women specifically, defy gravity with the odds that they're up against. And it's still not an even playing field.
I love that. That's awesome. As a final thought before you leave us, Rasheed, tell me and our audience, if there was one thing that you wish you can put on a pedestal that you learned from one of these fantastic women, what would be that one thing be?
Man, that's a tough one, but one popped right in my head, so I got to go with it. Slow down to speed up. Slow down to speed up. And there's just a quick analogy to a company that it can be applied in so many ways, but it was given to me back in my restaurant days, but I use it daily now in my own business. But if you think about a server, you're sitting in a restaurant, you, Amanda, in a restaurant, and nobody as a customer is going to be comfortable or feel good feelings about a server running around a restaurant like something's on fire. That completely puts you off.
Absolutely.
It's an uneasy feeling, right? So now imagine that you're the manager and you've got server A and server B. And one of them is sweating bullets and just like in the weeds, and they punching in this order at the POS. And the other one has just as many tables, just as many bodies that they're serving, and they're just as cool as a cucumber moving through. And I walk up to the station and I go, hey, you guys need anything? And the one who's frantic is like, no, just don't touch none of my tables. Everything is fine. And then the one that's cool as a cucumber is like, yeah, as a matter of fact, you know what? I could use some water on table 25. I need dessert menus down on table 22. I need somebody to pick up my drinks from the bar, and chef owes me some French fries. Like that kind of clarity only comes from being calm and slowing down and having a full grasp of where you are. And I think it's applicable in so many spaces. So I took that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Slow down to speed up.
Slow down to speed up. It works.
That's great. That's great advice. Rasheed, I'm going to keep you on for a quick minute while I introduce the ladies. Thank you so much. B2B with ExtraHands. Tell everyone how they can get in touch with ExtraHands if they so need your services.
First of all, thank you again so much. Always an honor to be here. Life Uncensored has been a huge stepping stone for us, the ability to share your audience. So I'm always
thank you. I love our partnership.
It is a good one. If you wanted to get in touch with a company who absolutely owns and thrives and lives and breathes DEI and equality, both in hiring and in who we work with, ExtraHands virtual assistants can be reached at ExtraHandsVAs, as in virtual assistants with an S.com. You can find us on the same socials, and you can find us on anything that we've done with Amanda, because we're all tagged everywhere.
There you go. Thank you, Rasheed. Thank you. Rasheed, any parting words for the group?
No, I would just say the only thing that I would say is that anybody out there who is confusing DEI or equality in the genders in the workplace a trend, then they're living in the Stone Age. And for anybody saying that there's no good talent out there, they're looking in the wrong places. I have been inundated with talented women around the world, and have had the pleasure and the luxury of working with some of the most dynamic, which I think is the word of tonight, women like the ones here on your panel. And it was just a pleasure to be here. I know when I'm outnumbered, and this is a topic that I am going to let my ladies have tonight. And I will be tuned in, dialed in, and supporting you all. As always, Amanda, thank you so much. And to you ladies, continued success. It was a pleasure meeting the ones of you that I haven't met before. And Amanda, I can't wait to catch up and talk about what's coming next for us.
Thank you so much, Rasheed. As always, I appreciate and love you to the moon, my friend.
Likewise. Happy International Women's Day coming, and happy Women's History Month it is, right?
That's right.
Got it. Have a great show. I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Rasheed.
Bye, guys.